How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream. Today we are going to play something a little different and have a little bit of fun. We're going to play some Abzan SquirrelBlade. This is a list that was in the 5.0 dumps by Fantasy13. So I want to give credit to them. I'm just copying the exact same 75. I do have some reservations I would make, but instead I'm just going to run the 75, just kind of sit down, have some fun, and go from there. Now this is kind of cool. Uh, the mana base is quite spicy with two castles, one beside you. Um, Good number of fetches. There's an isolated chapel and a sun petal grove, which is kind of cool. To have more painless untapped mana sources, as long as you have, um, like a temple garden or a godless shrine. So then the basically these come in untapped if one of those shocks is your first land. Penthahaven is a really cool addition just because there's a lot of 1/1s in the deck that we'll get in shortly. But again, the main card that stands out is the Toski Bearer Secrets. Um, from there's the usual interaction with, 5 discard spells, which has been kind of stuck within a lot of these BGX Saga lists since. But Avacyn's Pilgrim is kind of the main one drop. A lot of people were like, "Oh, is it for budget reasons?" And I think the main reason why there's 4 Avacyn's Pilgrim is because you can actually attack with the Avacyn's Pilgrim and trigger Toski versus having like a Noble Hierarch or something, right? Um, it has a Stoneblade package with Batter Skull, no Cauldron, which is interesting, but has a Sword of Fire. Nice. Lion's Attitude at 4. Uh, Voice of Resurgence has came back in this deck, which is kind of interesting. Um, Seems like good sacrifice fodder for the 3 Grist that are in the deck. And on the note with the Grist, there's 2 unearths to bring back the Grist. So it's kind of cool. Like you can play Stoneblade, dies, you can unearth it. Which is why I'm wondering like there's an Cauldron. There's some Lingering Souls to attack over the air and trigger Toski. There's a Wandering Emperor, which is a really spicy inclusion, and 2 Dams, which I really like because you have Toski and Voice that are pretty much dam proof. Hey, how's it going, Sandy? How's your Jun stream? I know I caught the tail end of your trophy. I was watching on the bus, so I couldn't really chat. I couldn't have your audio on either, but I noticed your trophy, so congrats with that with the 5-color deck. Tuning in to me just discussing the beginning of the stream, talking about the SquirrelBlade list. So we're going to play that just trophied. So appreciate that, everybody. Welcome, everyone. To the sideboard, there's a trophy, a collective brutality, 2 endurances, which I think are going to be kind of really important with the meta, where the meta is right now. 2 sanctifiers, a Kaya's Guile to have a 1/1 Kaya's Guile split, an actual Kaya, which is cool. 2 Stoneblades, which I haven't run in a while. It'll be interesting to see how this is with Sword and Fire and Ice, but I think it's still going to be fine if it's against like Tron or something. 3 Veil of Summers, which is a lot, but we'll see how it goes. Like being able to like protect your Stoneforge Mystic, or your Batter Skull from like an Archmage's Charm seems pretty good. And 2 Solitude. So this is interesting. Again, we're gonna just have some fun. Hopefully, we can get some Lingering Souls, Toski triggers in today. That is the goal. And then maybe at the end we can kind of reassess kind of how I would build a SquirrelBlade deck, which would have some different changes, but I kind of want to leave it untouched because obviously it's a trophy. I think that's what a lot of players do. I think a lot of people, make changes before they try out a list that did well. I think it's better to just start with the 75 and then make some changes from there. What's your take on my take regarding back? Honestly, I think BJX in general is just in a rough spot. It just is. It's one of those things where I think Liliana has been pretty good. Just being able to like uptake. That's the card that I really like since the Luris ban. But I agree with you. Like discard spells has just been kind of iffy. I think my just take with Abzan Saga is just weird. I think that I think I mentioned to you in the chat, like since Grixis Death Shadow or just Death Shadow decks are just fallen off the map, I feel like Abzan as a whole has just gone downhill because Esper Sentinel hasn't been pulling in a lot of weight. It's a card that's good against, spell heavy decks that are more in the mid range control style. So it's good against like blue red control. It's good against Jund. But then when the meta's like living in where they don't care about you drawing a card, where it's Yawgmoth, where it's mostly primarily creatures, and they can just drown your Esper Sentinel's card advantage. If they get a Yawgmoth in play, they can draw 5 cards. If you just draw your 1, doesn't matter. And then it's good against Blue Red Murktide, and that's about it. So it's not that great against the majority of the meta. So that's the hard part. So I think it's kind of why I'm just kind of having fun with it right now, especially because it's kind of a lane duck format because a new set's gonna come out in 2 weeks. So it's gonna be hard because it's like I feel like Abzan Saga just isn't good right now, unfortunately, because of the top decks. I think maybe the configuration that I have with the deck just isn't good, as in like Esper Sentinel just isn't great. I don't even know if like Stoneforge Mystic is good either, so I don't think that's in a good spot. But I think these kind of reasonings as to why Abzan Saga isn't good is probably why Jund isn't that great right now either. You know what I mean? So I'm sure I think maybe you're thinking from a very systemic point of view, which maybe you're right. Maybe discard spells aren't that great right now. I think I'm just thinking from like a symptomatic standpoint, where I'm just like, yeah, like the deck's just not very well positioned, and maybe it is because of the core of. If Pilgrim dies, that's really bad. And even then, like if we go like Overgrown Tomb, we go Pilgrim, we can cast a second Pilgrim where we can't Thoughtseize either. I think it's a mulligan. Are they going to play the Call Squirrel? What does that mean? What squirrel do you mean by that, Last God? Guess we do that. I don't think we have 2 resources, so we'll do this one. Not even verdant commands in the board. Just so you want to go all in on the squirrel theme, huh? Is that what you're trying to say? I understand. Why no Pilgrim and no higher? It's because Pilgrim can actually attack and trigger Toski. That's the reason, from my understanding. They took the voice. I love how we're talking about how bad discard spells are, and this is the reason why. So I think that's the thing. It's like you're exactly right, Sandy. Like I don't know either. Like it's one of those things where like you saw me play like Selesnya, right? And it's like, yeah, cool. Like you cut the discard, and then like stuff like Belcher and Tron just fuck you too. So it's hard. They take the march. They're gonna get beat in the face over for 3 though. Can we top deck a Toski here? Toski would be fantastic. I don't know what card you're talking about, Last God. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. Oh, are you talking about the one that's in like the food deck? I think I know what you're talking about. It's like Ravidus something. No. I know what card you're talking about now. It's like whenever an artifact leaves or something, it gets pumped or something like that. I mean, we're not Squirrel Tribal. We're just SquirrelBlade. Ravenous Squirrel, is it? I don't know. Okay, we'll take this exchange. So get old Jund, huh? Toski. Summon the squirrel. So we'll flash this back. If they play Engineer Explosives, I'm going to get punished, but... So we'll attack... attack Lily. But this Elemental token is kind of a big game. I guess I'll play this, and then... Because if they play like Monkey, we want a March Ender turn. Here we are, 2 discards in, and the discard player is in a terrible spot. Exactly. Let me look over the color carvings again. We have double black for Dam, double white for Wandering Emperor, and that's it. So I guess we'll get plains. Could be swamp. I don't think it matters at this point. Four, five, six, seven. They crack here. I might crack. Trying to figure out if they are going to. I'm trying to figure out if I want to march this in response, or if they're going to get like a surveil trigger if they cast a Liliana or something. He's like anything, yeah. I think I have my stream decker uploaded half goblin. But let me do this now. Yeah, so this is where I talk about where I could have marched this in response to the trigger. So they top. So I guess that doesn't matter. Except I guess they get the info, but whatever. Sure. That's a good draw. Send this at them, and these all at Ren. I don't know. Verdict Command seems legit for this, even if not Squirrel Tribal. I heard a lot of bad things about Verdict Command. Every time I hear people like get really excited to try it, and then they try it, and then they like hate the card, like despise it. I was like, what happened? Like, like you're so high on the card on paper. Oh, are you Fantasy13 half goblin, half amazing? If this is you, then I'm glad you're in the chat. Just so we have. I wanted to give you credit. I was actually like googling your MTGO name and on Twitter and stuff, and I couldn't find you. But welcome. I only had good times with it. Most times people don't realize that scroll enter tap. Maybe that's the thing, because that's an instant, right? Yeah, so like you just make him tap. It's like oh my god, like raise the alarm essentially, in a sense. Nice. I mean, a lot of people are asking like Avacyn's Pilgrim and stuff. I'm assuming it's because it can trigger Toski. So I'm glad you're in the chat because people can, you can answer the questions that people have. In a BGX deck where they have like Ren decks, I'm kind of tempted just to cut the Pilgrims. And then like maybe potentially keep in some discard spells just to like answer a Red and 6 or something. But I could also see just bringing in Solitudes. The Veil of Summer is maybe overkill. Maybe we just want 2. The Sanctivirus could also just be bad potentially. But the fact it doesn't get heated or pushed is fine. They're also a Abzan Saga deck. So I could see... Like the March is going to be pretty good to answer Saga for sure. I think this is fine. I can see, yeah, like 3 Thoughtseize I think is fine. Like, so Amph, like a lot of people are like, why aren't you playing Ignoble Hierarch or Noble Hierarch instead of Avacyn's Pilgrim because the exalted. And the thing is, the Avacyn's Pilgrim has 1 power, so when you go wide and you attack, if the Pilgrim deals damage, it triggers Toski. So that's the reason why. It's kind of a good hand. We have a lot of unearths. Is there Triome in this deck? There is. Cool. Definitely getting that. I don't know how long you're able to stay half goblin, but I was also kind of like thinking about how I would change the list, but I wanted to run the 75 as is before I made any changes. I think that's just a fair thing to do. Opponent doesn't want to activate the Ren. So I don't know if I want to get my Sanctified Liliana. I kind of want to play Stoneforge here, just because we have the Unearths in our hand. So like, if we get a Sanctifier or Liliana, we don't really get any value. But if we go Stoneforge Mystic, they Liliana minus, we could go Sanctifier, Unearth, Stoneforge Mystic, and we're in a really good spot. I think we'll get the Batter Skull. And then if they don't kill the Stoneforge Mystic, we get a Batter Skull in play. So all lines are potentially very good here. Yeah, I saw that. Like, Unearthing a Grist seems really, really good. Unearthing a Stoneforge Mystic is really good too. Which is why I was wondering why you didn't get Cauldra, for example. Like, I would have really liked the Cauldra in this spot. Okay. In theory, we could Grist minus, but then it just gets pinged down by the Ren. Do we just like activate Battle Skull here, or get Stoneforge Mystic? Activate the Stoneforge Mystic as our turn. I think that's fine. I think it's better than activating Lingering Souls. I think getting the Battle Skull in play is actually fine. And then what's cool is like next, and then like the following turn, we could like Grist minus, sacrifice Stoneforge Mystic, kill one of the threats, unearth the Stoneforge Mystic back. These unearths are looking pretty good in terms of like utility. It could also Grist plus 2, but I think like getting the Batter Skull in play is just better. They're gonna Thoughtseize. Our head is so Thoughtseize proof, it's hella funny. Sure. There might be on this top place, maybe. I think I'm gonna flash in this Batter Skull before they see your hand that's very Thoughtseize proof. I played Assault Tide Earthquake and the Grist was all types of fun to Earth. Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad this may be the type of list like that we have to move forward with when we want to play BGX. And it does run some discard spells, but it's like it only runs 5. It's a little bit more value heavy with Grist and stuff. Like I feel like this may be the where we have to do. Like I was kind of like theory crafting. Like I don't know if like Saga's where you want to be anymore. It's just tough, honestly. Goif, sure. That bobble was a very good draw. Very good draw. Oh, what is happening? Okay. So that's pretty bad for our Unearth. We could slam Sanctifier. Shrink the Goif to a 2/3. That's probably what we're going to have to do. Get Temple Garden down. Appreciate it, Jen and I think we're going to have to Cyclist Unearth. The Unearth went from looking really, really good to really, really poor. We could also Grist and then sack the Stoneforge to it. So let's attack first. Yeah, I was also thinking of what I was actually thinking when I was looking at those lists. I kind of want to main deck endurance in this shell. It might be too clunky. The main reason I want to see this is I want to see how good Toski is. That's gonna be my honest reason why I want. This is also be for fun too. But I really want to see how Toski is. Um, I think we can just attack our opponent. Let's see how much they believe in their Bob. They believe in their Bob a ton. So we could Grist minus Stoneforge Mystic. And then kill their Tarmogoyf or kill their Bob. But then our Unearth gets a lot worse. You could also just like Grist Plus. I like Grist Plus. Like just spam the board a little bit more. Next turn we can Sanctifier and cycle Unearth. I think this is a lot better. I think I died to their own Bob, man. They're gonna die to their own Bob. That's potentially scary. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna offer the block. Sucks that they gain all the life back. I think it's more valuable to save this Grist. I don't want to double block because I want to make sure I have a creature to activate this Grist. So I guess we can play Sanctifier. That way if they do have a Bolt, we still have a creature to activate for this Grist. So I think we're gonna kill the Bob. And then it just plays into the Liliana minus, which is unfortunate. But then we can just unearth it back. So do we need to activate this unearth now? Probably not. We're gonna have to march this Tarmogoyf. So I think we're okay. Well, they also have a Tarmogoyf with a Shatter Spear. That's the problem. So they spent their one of their two black sources on Liliana. Which is interesting. I guess they can do that. Never mind. So Liliana minus. How's it going with Miss Pipe? Hope we know, buddy. So we could beat the Unearth if need be. We also have like this Grist token that we can just salute with the Batter Skull too. Potentially very good for us. So I think I like... So we could just make a token and equip Batter Skull, or we could just go Bug plus Stoneforge Mystic. I like Bug. I think I like Bug, Stoneforge Mystic, get Lion Sash. Made two. I mill the Grist. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. It's a white Scoos that is good if you have like a Lingering Souls, for example. And then, why did they play the Bloodsimmer and then the Tracker? There's spots where like you can just like put a Lion Sash on something, and then like they make you do with that, and then they Wrath, and then the Lion Sash is still in play. There's lines where like you can, utilize the reconfigure ability. That's sometimes better than Scavenging Ooze. For example, like putting it on like a Dothy Voidwalker that has something like Shadow, right? Okay. I'm gonna eat this Foothills. Oops. I'm like thinking it's Scavenging Ooze, just my green mana. So we sack a creature, kill the Tarmogoyf. We could equip Batterskull. But then they have an active Liliana. What happens if I activate Lion Sash a ton? There's Planeswalker, Artifact. 2 creatures, 3 creatures, 1 instant, 1 sorcery. So I could shrink Goyf by 3 because of 3/4. But if it exiles sorcerer and instant doesn't grow the Lion Sash. I love it's a 3/3. So if we attack So let's fly. Let's shock this in, and then let's attack. Yeah, the thing about that half golem half mains is like they have an active Liliana going. Like how they if they top deck a removal spell, then we are kind of screwed. Like all of a sudden we're at parity. I guess we have an active Grist, but I kind of want to put ourselves in a situation where they only have, like this Liliana minus isn't going to do much. So I kind of don't want to sacrifice Stoneforce Mystic. So I kind of want to just attack with this Lion Sash, and maybe they'll chump. Wow. So I'm gonna get a clue. Maybe my line is like too safe. Because they can't exactly attack with the Tarmogoyf either. Like they could suit it up with the Shadow Spear, but it's like whatever. Martinez. Not wrong. I think I'll. If they ran minus the Grist, I think that's fine. Yeah, I know it has trample, but we could also shrink the Goyf. It's actually planning to shrink the Goyf. Eat the Earth. You can also eat the Veil, and it becomes a 3. And the March. Okay. Okay. This is a situation I was worried about where like they just kind of drew the removal spell, because if we had that in the other line, then we'd be kind of. I guess we still have an active Grist, but. Hmm. Do we have to kill our Tarmogoyf now? Yeah, I think we have to bounce Batterskull, Skull, flash in Batterskull, Skull, sack. We could do. You should theoretically do the Batterskull Skull trick, but I think I'm just gonna do this. We're also running low on time. I feel like our line was like really resilient to them drawing a rule spell, but it didn't matter. That's also a potential line too. Okay. So Vertic Catacombs unknown. Unknown only. I guess we could attack Ren Beseiju Shadow Spear. Could attack them. Okay. Makes me feel like they have another Ren in hand. That's a good one. Okay. Sort of Fire and Ice off the top would be nice. We could Beseiju the Saga too. But I think this gives us the out to top deck a Sword of Fire and Ice for the win. Or Stoneforge Mystic. We still have 2 Stoneforge Mystics left. Sword, Stoneforge Mystic. Sword, Stoneforge Mystic. I guess we just attack them. It's so bad. We need to kill this Ren, right? Because they're going to get all the value out of it. I think I need to attack the Ren. I guess I should have played Voice first. All the channelers. Batterskull pulling a lot of weight here. Do I want to sandbag that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Just in case they top deck a discard spell. Which they kept in a Thoughtseize and an Inquisition, so they must have more, right? So then this has to chump block the Batterskull. Sure. Why did they block like that? Huh. Why did they block like that? That's pretty good. Another prismatic ending would be nice. Hmm. Don't think it really matters. I guess I should equip the voice, and then I could potentially just attack with the voice next turn. But then they just pyrite it? We gotta be that lion sash that was destroyed. An earth would be nice too. Or grist too. We could make this into an 8 in attack. Think about cracking this spell bomb. That turn move is really big. Why do my John opponents never top deck their discard spells? I guess they just did. I think so too. I think so too. Now that pirate spell is shrinking the construct's actually kind of a big game too. Well, they just double block. Oh, that's true. What am I doing? I'm just making so cute with these plays. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I know. I just realized that now. That's happens when you're like balls deep and trying to get this goal. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. That's really funny. You gotta make it a little more interesting, right? Just gotta make it a little more interesting. Just gotta make things a little bit more interesting. Not wrong. Not wrong. I promise, though, that I will do it this turn. I will attack with this Stoneforge Misting. I promise you, I will attack. I promise you. Don't worry about it. Gotta make sure that this is huge. Gotta make sure. Gotta make sure I gain as much life as possible. The Stoneforge Mystic aren't made to attack. What are you talking about? The Stoneforge Mystics, you know, they're not supposed to attack. They should just be, you know, cycling Stoneforge Mystics. Like, that's what the whole purpose of life is. Sorry, chat. Long day at work. Miss lethal. It's okay. Got the win anyway. It's fine. That never happened. Like, I just gotta, when I post this on video, I just have to just edit that video, that turn cycle out. I wonder how good my editing skills are gonna be for that. Stockfish hates missed wins. Is it a missed win if we still win anyway, though? Just wanted to get a Toski trigger in. I just wanted to top deck a Toski, so then we can, you know, win accordingly. I don't think the deck's going to be as good because it's not like the equipment adds any resiliency. Like, maybe it makes the devoted deck a little bit more of a better mid-range plan, but I don't think it's going to be able to compete against other decks that are going to have that mid-range plan too, right? So I think people are going to try a ton. I think it's just not going to be as good as those devoted devastation decks that people are already playing. So save us some life, huh? Sand's kind of against hammer. Especially if they slam or hammer on me. So what does that mean if they go double S or Sentinel? If they attack with a Sentinel, I'm 100% trading. I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize here. And the next turn, Grist. It's kind of crazy how different this game would be if we were on the play. They have double call up, Pure Steel Paladin. Okay, we're gonna take one. Yep, exactly, Hack Column. Okay. So a hammer off the top would be very bad for us, obviously. Like, how scared do we want to play? We could just Avacyn's Pilgrim hold up beside you. And then next turn we could go Grist. If we draw a land, we can hold up beside you again that turn. I guess that's just a safer play. The problem is if they actually do top deck a hammer, we have to... Fuck. Fried rice, last god. 1000% fried rice. I'm a sucker for rice. If I had to pick between eating beef for the rest of my life or rice, it's 1000% rice. Like, not even a fucking... Like, just hands down, not even a consideration. Interesting. Surprised they aren't just going for the hammer. Maybe they were just scared of a removal spell, but I feel like if we had a removal spell, we'd want to kill the paladin anyway. Oh crap! I want to do it then. Yeah, so we will besage you now. I think I want Overgrown too. Do you want second white? It would be for Lion Sash. We don't want second green, so we can go Godless Shrine. No, but we need the... Sorry, we need Overgrown Tomb. Apologies. It sucks that we're gonna ramp them with this Besiju. But I think better than like... Then getting a land and then get a hammer and then we're like just dead. I think I'm the exact opposite though, last god. I feel like I like beef, but I like it in the context of rice. Ouch. Oh, do we want to give him a sentinel trigger? Fuck me. Fuck. I think we have to damn here. We could be greedy and grist. Actually, I like gristing here. I don't know, because like if they hammer, they just like go all over the top, right? No, we have to, because if they top deck a hammer, we just die. We have to damn here. Because they have the 8 already. Sucks that they draw. Maybe I'm playing too scared. But I feel like we have to do this. Okay. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can cauldron next turn if they draw land. I don't think that applies to this context though, because I feel like we're at a pretty even board state. Why are we giving an opportunity to just auto lose when we could take a potentially safer line? And it's not like we're gonna win the game fast enough to where we can like stop this Cauldron from coming to play either. Land. Ah, just want a Toski. Like within the context of that situation, I don't think it's not like there's a it's the crossroad is between like playing to lose and playing not die, and then like it's like the I feel like that board state was really even, and it's like why are we putting ourselves in a situation where it's fairly even and we just die, right? Like why not play a little bit safer and lean into those percentage points of being slightly behind and overcoming that versus opening up a window where you're just dead to what 4 Stoneforge Mystics they revealed, Spio Shaper's Gift plus actual literal hammers. That's a lot of like cards that just auto kill us. And we have outs to this. We have Prismatic Ending and March. So it's like we have outs to this situation. And it's one of those things where like they have a Pure Stone play, so if they have any of those, A, we die, and B, we just overcome, like we just I get drowned by the Pure Stone Paladin's card advantage. We're just never gonna draw a 4th land either. So that's fine. I guess we're banking Stonies. Solitude seems pretty good. I think the Lion's Ashes are really poor. It's like a nice threat to have, I guess, off the top, like if we want to tutor for worst case scenario, but it's just I don't think it's not where we want to be. Could see argument for just like this deck just has very little interaction, so like kind of want to keep in the discard spells just because we have to. Maybe we just board out the Unearths just because they aren't really running any removal spells. We can just take out the Guy's God too. I think Kai is actually really good here. Maybe bring in the trophies as well. Do we have enough white cards? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 white cards. Maybe we like trim 2 Thoughtseize. That's tough. Oh yeah, for sure. We're for sure dead, Sandy. That's a for sure thing. We're for sure dead. Drawing Toski. I think I have the Inquisition here. I think I have the Inquisition here. Because of this specific reason. I really want a Cauldron in this deck. I feel like that's kind of a big gaping hole. Okay, that's the card that they top decked. Okay. Another card that I wish this deck ran in the Cyber was Crime Punishment. Sure. If you play Toxic instead of Wrath, he would not have 7 mana and you would have drawn at least 2 cards. Yeah, that's fair too. I think hindsight, that line obviously is better. The Bear Skull. This is where I really want Cauldron. They're just gonna die. Ha. That's a good one. I think I'm going to make them play into this dam, huh? I am always counting watching for Rhino. You're not the only one, Dreseva. You're not the only one. Jeebus Crust, it's because if you attack with the Pilgrim, it triggers Toski. Like if you attack with higher, like with a wide board, it's kind of hard to do that. As in, like you can't trigger a Toski singly. Like if you want to go wide with it. How many rhinos? Unfortunately, 0. Fortunately, 0. Okay. I think our dam is kind of easily telegraphed, I think. The fact that we didn't like activate this batter skull. Please play the Sanctifier. Please play the Sanctifier that's in your hand. I beg of you. Please do it. Please, 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 please. We're gonna block. So no second white source is pretty good for us. I think casting this Inquisition is a little bit more important than playing a Pilgrim. That's pretty good. Guess we just take one of those Stone Force mistake. The Sanctuary Invec really doesn't really matter. I guess the Stone Walls are Batter Skull. But then we can just equip our Avacyn's Pilgrim to it. We have Alsa the Sanctifier too. Okay. Interesting that they're saving this construct. Okay, so now they go Stoneforge plus Sanctifier. It's interesting that they save that. That's so weird. Oh, we need a removal spell ASAP. So we can race the Cauldron. Or try to at least. So if they attack with the construct, they can make it into a 4/4 with the Cauldron plus the Ink Moth in play. Did they try to activate Stoneforge and tap it for mana? That's funny. What do you mean I can't race? So now my germ doesn't trade with a construct anymore. If I draw a Prismatic Ending or a March, I can March the construct or March the germ with the Cauldron, and then I start winning the race. It's kind of contingent on them not realize they can activate the Ink Moth. Yeah. I don't think we can. They did not see the Ink Moth. Oh, I guess they attack with the Sanctifier. Interesting. That's actually a really good draw. Them not seeing the Ink Moth line, it's kind of clutch. Baraskull's playing a lot of weight this past couple games. The Baraskull's so good. Oh, they hit the Saga. Fuck. So we have a time crunch, I guess. If we draw March next turn, we have a shot. We need to draw March. Yeah, we need to draw March. Yeah, we'll take that. They could potentially try to block with the Ink Moth here. The thing about though is this Grist just gets attacked down by the germ. So maybe it's yeah, I think I need to move the Grist over to a Spirit and then flashback. Lingering Souls. That's what I think that's our best chance of winning. I mean, they could chump with this Ink Moth, but these Saga tokens are just looming. We can't let them chump with the Stoneforge Mystic. So now if we draw March of Other Really Light, we win. If they draw nothing. Yeah, if we draw March, we win. This does not look like it's nothing. Fuck. Damn it. $14, take 8, go to 6. Sort of Fire and Ice potentially could help us. It helps us race a little bit more. That's huge. So what do we exile? We could exile a Germ. And then they have a Shadow Spear looming that they can just equip onto a big construct. And then we can Grist minus kill it and attack them again. I kind of want to just exile the Germ. Because they can't attack through the Batterskull. I wonder if we play Grist, though. Yeah, so let's attack. Yeah, I think we want to save the Grist. I guess we could block. How do we get punished? I think I want to sandbag this Grist. It sounds weird, but I kind of want to sandbag it. Because I can imagine them... No, I think we should just play it. Because they can't attack through this Batterskull token, like it's the spear with the Batterskull in it, like I said. And there's like we're one more turn to like ultimating too. Oh, they could get Pithing Needle. That's something I didn't think about. Ooh, they're floating. Glorybringer is bugged. Interesting. Wow. Can't believe we won that game. Can't believe we won that game. Found the line. Good game. This hand's like really awkward. And why you don't like trophy? Maybe I should board trophy in. I think I got a mulligan. Don't you have a third land for this? This is essentially a dead card. Solitude's also a dead card. This is actually potentially really good. We can go Pendelhaven, Pilgrim, Shrine, Kaya. Okay. Where is our white card? Off the top for Solitude. White card off the top. So I'm gonna kind of make them commit into playing an equipment, I think. I know, not that white card, exactly. This Siege Rider, Legal, and Pioneer. Okay. I guess I should have done it on my turn to play around the Blacksmith Aid. This is not a... We don't have another black source. We could pump... Wow! What the hell? They conceded to active Kaya? What is happening? What we would have done? I don't know if I would want a minus on the aid. I guess I do, huh? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go bathroom real quick. That's such a weird time to concede. Oh yeah, for sure. Like Kaya is definitely good against Hammer. It's just like that game was far from over. We only had an Avacyn Pilgrim. we had nothing else. I mean, we would have had a castle going, but they didn't know that. And that's still like a long ways from us actually winning the game. I'll keep this hand. We're gonna try to lean on this turn 2 Voice of Resurgence. Swamp. Just that mono black. Alright, we're gonna curve Voice of Resurgence into Voice of Resurgence into Toski. And hope that is enough. Okay. Interesting. Like the value. I like that trade there. That trade is pretty good. Inquisition. That's why. I think I'm gonna sandbag the Boseiju. Oh, please. Let me get some Toski triggers in here. Come on. Come on. We all want to see this. Please. Play castle. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's happening. Finally, after 3 rounds. Yeah, we're not gonna cast a Stone first Mystic. Fuck that. Fuck that. Yes. Let's fucking go. Let's. Give me the draw. Give me cards. Yes. Yes. Yield. Okay. 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 So their hand is Golos, Takanuma, a couple unknown. We could play the first Stoneforge Mystic just to get another creature in. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 2-turn clock. Give Toski +1/+1 or +1/+0/2. Like, what are the chances of us whiffing on a land on 3 cards? I really wish it this Tycaldra. You know they have all the mana? It's just a Golos. Wow, we drew literally no lands, huh? I guess we'll discard the Lingering Souls. Maybe the Stoneforge is just because we don't have a... We have Lion Sash, but like whatever. Like maybe I actually was supposed to Boseiju this. Just so they don't have all the mana next turn. Let's go for Silver Mystic. Okay. Still only have 2 mana. Yeah, I should have hit it for sure. We have lethal here. So let's Thoughtseize. See what interaction they have. Oh, they have nothing. Because we can just Besage the Golos. They just tap extra. Cool. Okay. The 3 Veils seemed good. Stonies are potentially good just because it stops map on the play, not on the draw. Oh, Toski is legendary. I totally missed that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What are the bad cards? Kaya's Gao is potentially not great. Wanting Emperor actually isn't that great either. I think we want all the discard. We possibly don't even want the dams. They don't have any creatures, just all planeswalkers. I guess they have Golos, but like, I don't think. I think we can just go wide. I like how our plan was turn 2 voice of returns, turn 3 voice of returns, turn 4 Toski actually won us the game there. Like them actually destroying the voice of returns was actually really bad for them because like the elemental token was such a quick clock. That's actually really funny. The Sanctifiers are pulled black. Like this potentially just because it's, but like they have like Damnation, the Lilianas, like these Sanctuaries aren't that great. I think this is actually potentially fine. Well, that hand is ass. We're gonna mulligan. Come on, deck. Why are you doing this to me? Turn 2 Grist is something we can't really complain about. We board out Wandering Emperor. Do we need another double white? I guess. No, we don't need double white. So this could theoretically be a Temple Garden. They could slow us down, they could take a Stoneforge, or they can take our best card in the hand, which is Grist. They take the Pilgrim. They don't. They take the Grist. I'm gonna get Temple Garden. Don't reveal that we drew that Overgrown Tomb. Okay. That's a tell that they have another discard spell. I'm not gonna reveal that we have just lands in hand. I think our life total doesn't matter too much in this matchup. Got a Batter Skull. Knowing that we have 2 more lands, we just need another land and we can get this Batter Skull into play. They could Liliana us, which would be really bad. They just also have natural Coffers or Borg. Okay. Profane Tutor, okay. Man. We're just getting absolutely demolished here. Okay. Something. Okay. I mean, we'll go into 5 against a discard deck. So I think we really can't do. Another Coffers. Voice is our best, or Lingering Souls. Okay, we'll take that. Wonder what the Lily plus here. If they Lily minus, okay. Okay, that's good for us. That's pretty good. Oh, but we boarded out Lion Sash. We boarded out. Oh, we didn't board Lion Sash. Oh my god, thank god. Thank god. We'll probably sack the Stoneforge actually, because they play like a Damnation. We want to be a little more resilient to that. Profane Tutor, sure. Prismatic Ending. So we'll need a couple lands. So this will attack Liliana. This will attack them. And then I think I'm going to reconfigure. It just makes us like really damnation proof. One more. Unearth. We can unearth a Grist. What's the oh my god, I have to look up these coffer lists. What's that, like that one card that like it's like 4x or something? Someone help me out here. How much time do I have? Nah, I have plenty of time. Let me see. Oh my god, it's such a bitch to fucking Google. Invoke Despair, sack creature, they can't lose 2 life. It's really just Invoke Despair. So like it's better to like sandbag the Grist, I think. They could also get Karn. Yeah, I think it's better just to like sandbag. a lot of mana. Oh, Archon. Okay. Guess we'll sack that. Guess we'll discard Prismatic Ending. Oh, they had the push too? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. It's pretty good. So they have all the mana in the world. They can tick up Last Stone next turn. We can tick up Grist. Inquisition. I wonder if it's worth it to Inquisition here. Oh yeah, Lingering Souls. That's really good info. Because now we won't flash his Lingering Souls back. I was going to. Holy cow. So now they can kill the Grist. But will they crack the Blast Zone? Yeah, they will. And Wrath. Yep. So I'll top deck War. Sword and Fire and Ice one time. Sword and Fire and Ice. Pilgrim. It ups our clock. It makes it so Sword and Fire and Ice is lethal off the top. What is this? They blood cheese a token. I don't know why they didn't blood cheese the Pilgrim. I think I'm gonna unearth the Stoneforge. Sword. Equip 3/5. I think I like getting sword here. These unearths? Very good. Should have Bloodchief's Thirst the Pilgrim, huh? These unearths have been absolute gas. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go. Where's the Resurgence plus Unearth? A pretty good combo, huh? Pretty good combo. Yes, I would like to go first. Okay. Inquisition into Voice of Resurgence, into Lingering Souls, into Toski. Can't complain about this curve out. Our opponent is also 4-0. If they lose to SquirrelBlade, that must be the most demoralizing thing. Mo and a 6. Perfect. Against Tron. Okay, we gotta hope that they don't have any payoffs. We could also just draw Prismatic Ending. That could be an out too. Or March. Never lucky. We also could have drawn Boseiju potentially. Yeah, just if they don't hit a payoff, we have a shot, obviously. Power plant. I mean, our curve out's nice though. It's just it doesn't matter if they slam a Nugan on us. It doesn't help that we also just are drawing mono lands. Okay. We have the combo. We have the combo. I think there are some pretty key turns with Dredge. So I think it depends on the context. Like if there's a really, really tight turn, I can imagine it being pretty tough. Okay. What's kind of great is we can get under this Karn. I really hope they minus get bridge. So that we can send 2 at Karn, 1 at them, and draw a card. Sundering Titan. Okay. I think we have to diversify our lands. Kind of have to answer this Karn. Karn, them. So they slam Sundering Titan. Blow up these 3 lands. We play a land, fetch, get Lingering Souls, attack with these 2, draw 2. Leave voice back to block. I don't think we have anything in the sideboard for Tron. I guess we have the 2 Stonies, Trophy. That's about it. Tank, 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 Thundering Titan. If it's like Ugin, I'm like, alright, what? Okay. Tank, 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 Ulamog. Couldn't do the math. Tron math is hard. Again, if this is our only threat, we are in an okay spot. We're going to draw 2 cards off Lingering Souls. March. Doesn't really do anything. Again, we just need them to whiff on payoffs. That's all we need to do. They just whiff on payoffs. Tank, 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 Ulamog. Tank, 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 Ulamog. How's it going well? Bring away well, buddy? Poor the Kai's Kyle. Lion Sash is a little iffy as well. Our deck is just not designed to beat Tron, obviously. I think the Marches can potentially go. I guess they have Karn. I think we just need to hope that, like, we go turn 2 Stony Silence and then just stops their hand. We have Thoughtseize too. That's not bad. Thoughtseize into Pilgrim, Thoughtseize into Lion Sash attack. This hand is actually a decent clock relative to like what this deck is trying to do. Oh, well, 6. So we'll go. I don't think we have the endurances, right? So there's no double green. We can just get Gaulish Shrine. We go, especially with the backup Pendulaven. The relics don't do anything against us. We could take Sphere. Actually, I like taking Stirrings. And then hitting Ugin next turn. Because, like, if we top deck a Stony Silence, it also just pays that off really well. They hit the expedition map. Oh my goodness gracious. Stony. Okay, that's game. That gives us huge game. I don't think we need a Thoughtseize this turn. So we'll do this, and then we'll Prismatic into the map. Holy cow, what a draw. That gives us hope, boys. Gives us hope. So next turn we'll Thoughtseize, Line Sash, potentially attack. They top deck of Stirrings. Do they hit the mine? They would slam it otherwise. So their hand is Relic, Ugin, a couple unknown. I think I have to take the Ugin here. Just based on the cards that we know. I don't know if there's another card that we could really take. If we hit a Stony, that'd be so good for us. March. So we'll Thoughtseize. Again, probably have to take Ugin. They whiffed on Tron. But just in case, I think we just have to hit the Ugin. So, play Lion Sash. Again, this is our clock. Give this +1/+1. Give this +2. Attack for 5 next turn. They have a lot of redraws, so, like, it's far from over. Oh, they found the scrying. God damn it. Okay, so what do we need? We need Beseiju potentially. They also need a payoff too. So we'll pump this guy. Exile Ugin. Exile Chromatic Spear. Chromatic Spear. I mean, this is a relevant clock. They do need to draw a payoff. We can exile 3 things. There's 2 lands. So we can make into a 6, 7, 8. This is a 2-turn clock. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we draw a white card, we can deal with the Worm Coil. White card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. If we draw a white card, we can deal with this Worm Coil. Attack for 4. Go to 9. White card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 9. 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got the. Well, he's gonna fade 2 draws. If they don't have anything, 2 draws. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for is fading 2 draws. Not too much to ask. They get tutor up a Seiju and kill the Lion Sash. Yeah. Stop. Okay, never mind. They didn't whiff. Whiffing is definitely an understatement here. What can we draw that gets us out of this? Bliss is a good one. We can't unearth the Lion Sash and equip because of the Karn. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think we're probably dead.
Fuck! 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 Fuck!
I'll give it one more turn. And maybe we can, oh, I should have cycled main phase and see if I drew Stoneforge Mystic. But I don't think that does anything either. I guess I could have drawn into a Stony Silence, potentially. Yeah, I could have, like, drawn into Stony Silence into, like Prismatic Ending or March, deal with the March, attack the Karn down, and then we'd have a shot potentially. Yeah, I should have cycled main phase. I'm gonna be kicking myself if the next 2 cards are Stony Silence and the Prismatic Ending. I'd be very sad. Yeah, I could have played the Voice, but they would have killed it, I guess. I think we had to kill this Karn. 2, 4, 6, 8. So they pumped a 6. It's tough. Hate Tron except Blue Tron. Yeah, Tron's not the most fun to play against sometimes. Especially when we play Mopey decks like this. Especially with no... Like, this is exactly why I always play 2 Damping Sphere in my sideboard. Always. Oh, I'm not saying like blue Tron. I'm saying like our deck is sluggish. Sorry, not the blue Tron deck. So they just ping the voice down, attack me, and then ping me down. Cool. Just got destroyed. It's fine. just got destroyed. It's fine. It's damned if you do, damned if we don't, right? If we trophy the ballista, they just tutor up any threat with Karn. It's Lego Bob, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. They tutor up anything with a Karn. Anything. Literally, it could be another ballista. It could have been a ballista because they just exile the graveyard and then bring the ballista back. Or they can get a Wormcoil, get a Sundering Time. They can get anything. It's like it doesn't really matter. It's just one of those like things where like if it's the ballista, like you kind of want them to make a mistake. I guess they can make a mistake with the Karn too. I'm pretty sure the Karn is also one. I guess they would lose the Karn too. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm supposed to. I just felt like I had more outs to the ballista and making them make a mistake with that versus like if they just uptick with Karn, we're kind of screwed too. I think you're right in the context of in that board seat, but I think in terms of like playing to our outs, I think we have more outs. The Blist hope they have a mistake and do that because if they make a mistake with the Karn, like even if they get like a mediocre threat like a Sundering Time, which went to tutor game one, I feel like even then it's like we don't have an answer to that. We're on the draw. So you're right within the context of that hand, but I don't think it's correct with the context of our outs to that board state. If that makes sense. I think I'm gonna keep this. We don't have a green source, but Temple Garden. Giver. God, I really wish this deck had Cauldron. Really wish this deck had Cauldron. This hand is like really contingent on this Stoneforge Mystic and them drawing another land. I'm gonna take the Stoneforge Mystic. They kept 7. I don't know. They shouldn't have kept that hand. So they have the Prismatic Ending for the Batter Skull. I think I'm just gonna get a sword. Yes. I agree with you, Cellular. I have no words. I think I'm gonna get this sword into play. There's still games 2 and 3, Cellular. There's still games 2 and 3. They can Prismatic Ending my Avacyn's Pilgrim, which is fine, but they could have Solitude, potentially. Wandering Emperor. We'll keep here. So they have the chump block here. And they're kind of the best every turn. What? Okay. So they're on like a Heliod Stoneblade deck. They're just getting more info. Which isn't really much info. You saw me get Stoneforge Mystic. We actually don't have much info on them though. Like, is it green white Heliod with Stoneforge Mystic package? Maybe. So I think we want Solitudes, collect Brutality, maybe Trophy. I don't think we want the Unearths. They don't really have much removal, so we can cut those. I think we can cut the Guile. I think we want all the discard. I can see the Wandering Emperor coming out. Mr. Jake Giles, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. The Lion Sash could potentially come out too. Dude. 5-0 Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. You can also see like the Lion Sash could easily come out, as well as the Wandering Emperor. I think I'm gonna take out the Wandering Emperor. Stony just for Ballista is kind of awkward. Because like the Infinite Life combo also just beats us. And the thing about the Infinite, and like they have more Spike Furies than Walking Ballistas. I guess that's not true. I guess they could tutor up Walking Ballista with Ranger Captain. But I guess Collected Company hits Spike Feeder more. I guess it's more Spike Feeders, but either way, it's. I think Spike Feeder is just as bad as Walking Ballista, and shutting off one of those, I don't think is that worth it. How's it going, Dukes? Hope you're well, buddy. I'm doing alright. Just had a long day at work, but wanted to squeeze in a stream, and then maybe I have to do a little bit some stuff afterwards. But give her. I think I want to lead on Thoughtseize. Yeah, I want to lead on Thoughtseize. Just to get around Veil of Summer, potentially. They are playing such cards like that. Fuck. We kind of have to take the Thrun, right? We kind of have to take the Thrun. That's a big boy. That is a big boy. The year is the year. It's always a good year to play Thrun, though. Let's be real here. So they'll probably Prismatic ending my Voice of Resurgence on their turn, which is fine. I kind of need to draw another backup threat, though. There's an argument to Prismatic ending the Giver now. That way we can march a Heliod next turn, but... I kind of want to do this. Just so we have some sort of board presence. Well, I guess they can't protect the Heliod anyway. Hand is a couple unknown. Esper Sentinel. They want to protect their Esper Sentinel. Okay. We're gonna slam a damn 2 turns from now, I think. Pendlehaven. So if they activate this Pendlehaven, that means they don't have Collected Company. This is like a huge tell if they have Collected Company or not. Okay, they don't. I think I will take another 2 before we cash in this dam. Don't even have to cash in this dam if I don't want to. Kind of need a threat. I don't want Inquisitioning here. Interesting. It's like another Prismatic ending. A Force of Vigor. Okay. Force of Vigor. I want them to just play another threat. Okay. Perfect. Perfecto. So we can get Stoneforge Mystic, get Batterskull, and then just hold up 3 mana the whole game while they have a Force. Okay. Okay, so I just have a big vanilla dude. Excuse me. I think I'm just gonna solitude that. No, this deck does not have Cauldron, and that's something that I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the video. I really wish this deck had Cauldron. I should actually reveal this. Just so, in case people are just kind of just lurking, don't realize that this is one of their cards in hand. So they gain 4. But I think that's okay. This would be a really good spot for Cauldron, though. But we have to play this Batterskull a little slow. It's Force Unknown. Oh, yeah, we're gonna hold that that Batterskull. We're holding that Batterskull. Don't worry. That Batterskull is staying in my hand. Don't worry. Oh baby, let's go. Nice. Nice. They're flooding hard, which is unfortunate. So they could company into Heliod. But we have this March, which is nice. I think we're just going to hold 3 mana the whole game. What is this? Oh, boo. 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 Oh, baby. This is where we'll activate Batterskull. Probably force the trade. That way next turn we can attack with the Toski. Cool. Flashes in. Get the skull. If they want to force, we can just bounce. I think I'm going to sandbag that. Because I feel like they're going to want to force here, and then we're going to bounce. Wow. This is getting pretty good. This is getting pretty good. Yeah, we're just gonna Hold up, March. Yes. 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 This deck was fun, man. This deck is fun. So the shell is actually pretty interesting. The only loss we had was versus Tron, and we could just throw in a couple of damage series in the sideboard, and like we're pretty solid. Like, so how I would change the list is I would 100% add a Cauldron. I think playing Stoneforge Mystic and not having a Cauldron is just kind of not the. I don't think that's right, especially because we can just cut the Wandering Emperor. Um, the Solitudes and the sideboards are actually pretty interesting, so I kind of like that. The Grist is kind of cool too. I kind of like this whole package of like Grist, Toski, Two Souls. Like this package is pretty good. I think the Avacyn's Pilgrim is interesting as well. I don't know if it's worth keeping all of four or if, like we need the dork. Should probably do. Like turn 3 Grist is pretty good. Turn 3 Lion Slash plus activates also potentially very good. I really like the 2 main deck dams as well. The unearths were like potentially very good and felt pretty good, you know, bringing back a Stoneforge Mystic, bringing back Grist. I don't know if 2 is the right number, but I think the easiest cut is just swapping this Wandering Emperor for a Kaldra. I think that in itself would just make our Tron matchup a lot better. I think that's really the main change I would make. Everything else felt fine. The Kaya's Guile is just a meta call, and it's a pretty good meta call at that. So I really like that inclusion. I think the sideboard's where I would mostly change things. I don't like the trophy. I think I want to main deck their endurance too, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's too much of a meta call. I think I would want like an endurance over the Kaya's Guile or something. But then again, this makes a flyer. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Something to think about. This list makes me just want to try a generic Stoneblade list again too. But maybe like less on the discards and Liliana's, more on like the value Grist plans maybe. And then just have discard in the sideboard. Something to think about. I would take a 1 Stoneforge for a voice. I think the thing is like I think if we're gonna have Cauldron, I think we want 4 Stoneforges. I think 3 voices are fine. I feel like you don't need that many. And the voice, like, since Prismatic ending and stuff, voices have been definitely kind of awkward for sure. Well, this was fun. Sorry, I'm just like kind of like just brainstorming. But like I was just kind of just this felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The Toski triggers were very, very good. I like the kind of the theory behind what put this deck together. I'm pretty sure the person that built this list is not in the chat anymore. Half Goblin, half Amazing. I think Half Goblin. I still see them in the chat. So I want to give it credit to Half Goblin, Half Amazing in the chat. Their username on MTGO is Fantasy13. They're the ones that 5-0'd with this list, and we 4-1'd. And I like the general theory behind the deck. I like the the voice of resurgences, pitching the Grist making tokens, spamming the board, having Toski with Lingering Souls, sacking a token to have fodder for Grist. Like this package, has a lot of legs, like having a spirit, equipping a sword and fire and ice to it. Like in one of the games, we equipped a battered skull to the lingering souls, and that won us the game. I really like the list having 24 lands and 4 dorks. I know a lot of people like run 4 dorks and then they skimp on the mana, and I think that's really not right. I like how they have 24 lands, 4 pilgrims, and then they can fit in lands like the Beseju, the Castle Othwain. The lands that I was actually kind of iffy about were the Isolated Chapel and the Sun Petal Groves, but they actually felt decent. Um, I would always have like blooming marshes and concealed courtyards in my deck, and then you'd need like a 4th land or a 5th land to slam a sword and equip, or you want the 4th land for Toski. And these foot actually felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like this was one of my reservations starting with the list, but they actually felt pretty good. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll do my own take. My next stream will be Wednesday, probably around the same time, maybe around like 2:33 ish. Um, and maybe I might play another Toski build because Toski has been really fun. I might have the sideboard a little bit more tweaked to my liking. I might want to change it a little bit. But this has been fun. Drawing 3 cards off Toski feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. But I really appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. If you want to support the channel, please hit that follow button. You want to check out my past streams, go to my YouTube. If you want to get stream updates, follow me on Twitter. If you want to come hang out, it's spoiler season right now, so we're having some fun playing these different builds. You can join the Discord. We're just talking about the spoilers and such. Again, my next stream will probably be Wednesday around 3 p.m. Pacific time. Other than that, really appreciate it and tuning in and hanging out. Thank you for all the follows today. Shout out to Benedict, Senator for the raid. And then let's pay it forward. Let's send y'all over. Let's raid Evan. Playing some legacy taxes. I think this is supposed to be a meme. But again, I hope to see everyone Wednesday. Hope everyone enjoyed this SquirrelBlade stream. It was pretty fun. Probably play a little bit more. Ride the high of that deck. Otherwise, take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy. Catch you next time. Bye.